Digits on the beat.
Hey guys, it's your girl Diamond and I am back with another video for you guys. And today we are going to go ahead and get down to the nitty gritty. I think I sound like I'm echoing, so hold on, let me kind of open the door a little bit. So y'all, I ended up just opening the door because it sounded like I was echoing, so I think this would sound better for you guys. But yes, so I was actually very skeptic on recording this video, but it was actually highly requested. It happened 2 years ago, so I was just like, F it, whatever. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and get into my little stripper story that if you don't know, now you know. So before we get into this video, go ahead and like, comment, and if you're new to the channel, subscribe. Go ahead and follow my social medias. My Instagram is diamond.xxo. My Twitter is I'm_queenb with 3 E's. My Snapchat is I'm_queenb. And let's go ahead and get right into this video. Okay, y'all, so I'm gonna let you guys know right now, the stripper world is not what you think it is. Like, I thought it was like, oh, all these girls is getting a bag and all you're doing is dancing on poles, blah, blah, blah. No, sis. It's not anything like that. It's not even just that. Like, yeah, you're dancing on poles, but there's a lot to do with it. So when this happened, this was around like fall 18 type stuff or whatever. And like, I don't know where like the inspiration even came from. Like, I don't know, like everyone was like, oh, you have the body for it, and would always say stuff about me being a stripper. Like, I don't know if they were joking around, but I assume they were joking around, whatever. And I joke and be like, oh, if college don't work out, that's what I'm gonna do, whatever, blah, blah, blah. So like, I kind of like did this for fun. Like, I didn't do this because like I was broke or anything. Like, I had a job. It was just like, oh, if I can actually enjoy my job, that would be lit. So I was like, okay, whatever. Let's just see what this is about. So I DM'd a couple of people that I knew about it, and I just asked them like, hey, like, how, like, it was people who stripped already and stuff, and I just asked them like, hey, you know, like, I'm interested in stripping. Like, what do I have to do for it? Like, do I just come to the club and be like, hey, I'm ready to dance? Do I have to sign up for something? Like, do I have to audition? Like, honestly, like, I had no knowledge of what this world actually was. Like, I was just like, I want to do it, and that's it. So she told me, one of the girls DM'd me back, and she was just like, oh, you have to go downtown to get a stripper license. I was like, a stripper license? There's a license for stripping? Like, I was just so confused. So then like I held off on it because I was like, oh my god, like, and I'm assuming these licenses are public and like you can just Google it. So I was just like, bro, what if my parents find out? Like, my parents would be so upset with me and like all this stuff. And I was just like, So I held off on it a couple weeks, and I still kind of just asked questions about it. So she DMs me back one time, or not DMs me back, but she DMs me one time, and she was like, hey, like, are you still interested in doing it? I'm going to Tampa, would you like to come? And I was just like, damn, Tampa, right now? Like, it was just so out the blue. So I was just like, nah, but I can go with you next time, whatever. She was like, oh, did you get your license? And I was like, no, I'm actually afraid to get my license because what if my parents find out? They were like, oh, they're not, just go get it, whatever, blah, blah, blah. So finally, this was back when I had my car. So finally I had the courage to go and get it, and I went downtown and I got the license. I signed up for it and whatever. And fun fact, this is where the name Diamond came from, actually. I didn't just pull this name out of my ass. My middle name is actually Diamond, but middle name is spelled differently from how I spell it now. My middle name is spelled D-Y-M-O-N-D. But I thought my parents were gonna find out, and I don't know like why I even did this, because it's kind of dumb because my full name is on the license, so like that would be dumb. Like, I don't know why I even did this, but I basically changed the spelling of Diamond because I thought that they would find out. Don't ask me why I did it. I now think about it, like they could have still found out, but yeah. So then like pretty much after I was done dancing, it was kind of too late to change the name of my it was kind of too late to change back the spelling of diamond, because then it was like everybody always spelled it Diamond. So then I was just like, you know what, I'm gonna just keep it that way. So yeah, fun facts, that's where the name Diamond came from, y'all. So yes, it was my stripper name. But anyway, so yeah, I go get the license, whatever, and I'm not gonna tell you the name of the club or nothing, like whatever. So I get the license and I ask her, I'm like, hey, I have the license, so what do I do? She goes, oh, you just take it to clubs and you apply. So when you go and you get the license, basically what happens is that you go, like, you have to put your state, whatever, blah, blah, blah. It's like a couple of places that you have to get a license. Like Miami, you don't have to have a license, I don't think. If you dance in Miami, comment below if you have to have a license, but I'm pretty sure you don't. Tampa, you actually have to get fingerprinted and stuff. And I think in Orlando, you have to have a license. You have to have an exotic dancing license. So when you go inside, they make you wait in this line, whatever, and you just ask for an exotic dancing license. You give them your name, you give them your birth certificate, your social security. Like, it's just like you're literally getting any regular license for anything. So you tell them your stage name that you want to be, or no, you don't tell them you tell them the stage name that you're going to be. You tell them the club that you want to be at and everything. And then what's crazy is that if you want to switch clubs, you have to go back downtown and literally put, I'm changing to this club. Like, you can't just go dance at any club in Orlando just because you have a license. Like, your license has to be to that club, which is so crazy to me because I'm like, damn, I have to go through all of that just to change clubs. Like, that's annoying. So anyway, whatever, I got my license, I took it to the club, I went down to the guy or whatever, and this guy that I was talking to at the time, like, his sister was working there, so his sister got me on to, like, whatever. So I get there, whatever, tell him my stage name, and it was cool. Like, I didn't start that day, but I started the next day, and I was working day shifts for a little bit, and actually didn't even get to night shifts because I actually only did this for a month, y'all, because I literally hated it that bad. But let me get it back into the story. So I started the next day, whatever, it was cool. Like, yo, I got so drunk that day. Like, I got so drunk because like basically, like, you get like half off, which is basically free to me, because if the drink is $3, that's like nothing. So we would get half off of the drinks. Like, oh, bro, I was so drunk. And then that's when I met this guy, this, like, old white geezer. And he, like, bro, he became obsessed with me. Like, he came to the club, like, every day. Like, every day he was there for me. And if I wasn't there, he was asking the manager, where's Diamond? Where's Diamond? Bro, at this point, I think that man was a stalker. Like, I don't even know, but shit, he was throwing bread, though. Okay. And so yeah, like, it was cool for a couple of days, like, whatever, like, and like, things started to get a little uncomfortable for me, like, certain things, like, okay, so dancing on a pole is not as easy as it sounds, y'all. Like, y'all gotta dance continuously for 2 minutes. That means there ain't no little twerk and stop. Like, no, it's literally like you have to continuously throwing your ass for 2 minutes. Like, that shit was tiring. Like, I'm pretty sure I was losing hella weight for that. And not only that, pole tricks, y'all, let me tell you, pole tricks is not easy. Pole tricks does not look as easy as it looks. It is not. I know, like, a couple of pole tricks. There was this one girl, she was so fire at the pole tricks, and she taught me, like, a couple of little simple things, but, like, other than that, y'all, like, I could not get my big fat ass up in that pole. So whatever. So things started to get a little weird for me. Like, it was kind of hard for me to get comfortable on stage. Like, it was kind of hard for me, like, and when I go to clubs and stuff, I don't really like to be touched. And it's like, when you're a dancer, you kind of sign up to be a hoe. Like, you can't just sit here and be like, oh, don't touch me. Like, you can, but it's like, they're gonna be looking at you like, get the money. Like, what are you doing? Like, type shit. And like, so it was like a little uncomfortable for me, like, on that aspect. And like, the security guards were disrespectful. Like, I remember one day I was walking, like, this was really the last straw for me, because I remember one day I was walking and some security guard like slapped my ass and like grabbed it at the same time, and I was like, yo, like what the fuck was that? He was like, oh, and it's soft too. I wanted to like slap the shit out of him. Like, I was just like, what? Like, that was so disrespectful, and it was like I couldn't really say anything because I signed up to be a hoe. So whatever, so I just let that slide, whatever. Like, that was pretty much like one of my last straws, but I didn't want to quit yet. I kind of just wanted to stop going for a little bit. But like, I remember one of the times, like, the boss and the manager, like, I'm telling you guys right now, the boss and the manager is like, they're men. So they literally would walk inside the lockers while the girls are changing, and the girls are comfortable like talking to them with their whole like titties out, genitals out, like everything. And like, here's little old me in the corner trying to change, like whatever. And he came and he tried to talk to me. I guess he was telling me something about what how the weekend was gonna go, because it was when was it? It was classic weekend. So he was telling me how the weekend was gonna go and everything and stuff like that. And I was just like, hey, like, you think you could tell me this when I get dressed? And he was like, oh, I saw y'all females already. I know what titties and genitals look like. I'm like I said, can you go and I'll come outside and talk to you? Like, what do you mean? I don't care. Like, sir, I don't care what you seen. I'm pretty sure a lot of people seen stuff. Like, but can you move? I feel uncomfortable. So, like, he was just like, okay, I'll meet you outside. But I was like, dang, like, what's wrong with you? So, it was like that. And then, like, also, like, I don't know, like, and then you also get many different customers. Like, you don't just be getting, like, the cute ones. No, like, my club ain't have no cute ones. It was, like, old men, ugly men, like, it was disgusting. Like, I don't even know, like, don't get me wrong, like, they were paying, but, like, it wasn't really, like, I don't know, like, it was just not it, whatever. So, like, I wasn't really, like, I don't know. It was a lot of things that were making me contemplate quitting. And, like, one of the things was, like, I realized that I wasn't going to make as much as the girls because I wasn't doing other things. Like, okay, I'm not speaking for most strippers. I mean, like, but all the people that were, like, most of them that were in my club, if they had a lot of money, it's because they were doing a lot of things. And I'm kind of assuming, like, that's maybe why all these people are making all that money, because, like, unless you're dancing in Miami and famous people are coming, like, I feel like if you have bread like that, it's because you're doing other stuff. If you're not, please do not bash me in the comments. It does not apply to you, okay? Anyway, so I realized I wasn't going to make as much as the girls because I wasn't doing other things. Like, this one guy came in and he was like, oh, if you give me head, well, he didn't say those long lines, but he said, if you give me head, I'll give you 1K. No. First of all, I'm not catching HIV for 1K. Like, sir, 1K? That's it? Like, no. And I went and, like, okay, so, like, I didn't know any of this was going on because I assumed since you, like, there, you couldn't even show a titty, like a nipple. Like, you have to wear pasties when you wear, like, if you wore anything see-through, you'd have to wear pasties. Or, like, you can't even, like, pat your, like, genitals on stage. Like, I figured, okay, like, if you can't do that, then they're very, like, strict on stuff like that. So I went and told my boss about it because I'm like, hey, like, he's over here trying to get people to blah, blah, blah. Y'all would not believe what this man said. This man said, scared money don't make no money. That's when I knew that this was not for me. I was like, what? Then asked me why I didn't do it. Y'all, like, that was like the this isn't for me type ish. Like, what am I doing here? This is not me. I was just like it just was not for me. Like, after that, I just had a bad taste in my mouth about it. Like, I went back in the next time or whatever, but, like, I think after that, I just stopped answering their, like, because we had a group chat and they would text, like, who's coming in or whatever. after that, I kind of just stopped answering. I stopped coming. I was just like, nah, like, and it's crazy because I really didn't have to be there. Like, it wasn't like I was there for bread or nothing. Like, I was really there for fun, trying to see, like, what it's about. Like, I wanted to see if I could just make bread from dancing on a pole, and like, it was all right. Like, I don't know. And like, the other girls would ask me, like, they were just like, oh, why are you here? Like, because I guess I had another job, and like, my parents were still paying stuff for me and stuff, and they were just like, why are you here? And I was just like, I don't know, for fun, I guess. And they were just like, they looked at me weird, as if like, bitch, we're doing this to pay our bills, like, and you're here for fun. Like, this is not somewhere you want to be. Like, that's the way they were looking at me when I said that. So I was just like, I don't know, it was just a lot of combination of things. Like, it was very degrading. Like, I'm a person who has very high confidence. Like, I know I'm fine, I know I'm cute, and it's like, it just made me feel so like degraded, like weird. Like, you basically signed up to be a hoe. Like, that's literally what you did. And like, I'm not knocking anybody who likes it. Like, shit, kudos to you if you like it. If it's for you, it's for you. Like, I just know for me, it's not for me, because I don't like all the grabbing on me and all that. Like, don't touch me. When you see me coming to the club, like, you can look, but don't touch, period. And I just wasn't for that. Like, you could be standing, like, not even paying attention, and someone grabs your ass. Like, imagine you wanting to turn around and sock the shit out of somebody, but you can't because you signed up to be a hoe. Like, I don't know. It just wasn't for me. Like I said, I'm not knocking anybody who did it. Like, it was just not my cup of tea. Like, I was only there for a month. I don't know if it was the club. I always thought, like, maybe if I went to a different club, because after I stopped working at that club, I thought maybe it was the club. I didn't think it was me not liking it. And then, like, I don't know, like, I just always thought, like, maybe it was the club, but then I realized it's me just not liking it in general, because every time I think about going back, I like want to throw up. And I was like, you know what, bro? I think it's just not for me. Like, I don't know. Maybe if I would have went to another club, I would have strived. I don't really know. But as of right now, I would never do that again. Like, it was just an experience. Like, it was really just me trying things out. Like, when you're young, you experiment with a lot of things. You feel like you understand what you like, what you don't like, what's for you, what's not for you. So yeah, that was me and my experience. If you had this experience and you actually tried it out and you didn't like it, comment below. If you did like it, also comment below. Like I said, I'm not knocking anybody who tried it. I just know it's not for me. If you do it and you making your bag, girl, kudos to you. Like, I'm excited for you. I just know it's not for me. Like, it's for you. It's just for you, sis. Go ahead and make your bag. But yeah, that was my story. It wasn't very long because it was only over a month. That's like 4 weeks. And I didn't even go every day. So yeah. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you're new here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and click that notification bell so you know every single time that I post. You guys will not regret it. I did do a poll on Instagram, and I asked people if they think I should post twice a week or once a week, and once a week won. So for right now, for the next couple of weeks or maybe months, I'm not really sure yet, I'm going to be posting once a week. I will up it to twice a week, but right now once a week. Maybe once the quarantine's over, I'll up it to twice a week, so that way, like, you guys can see more things and I'll have more video ideas for you guys, because here in quarantine it's kind of like hard. Like, you don't really know what to do. Like, you kind of just like making videos like this, a story time. But yeah, guys, thank you guys again so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video.